Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Let's dig in. Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
Some of us go to great lengths to look good, whether it's makeup, expensive cars or homes, the newest gadget, or whatever impresses our circle of friends and acquaintances, whatever gives us more status or boosts our reputation in the eyes of others. Sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. Sometimes we do, but we don't really care. We see that trait especially in the chief priests and elders in Matthew 21:23-32. As Jesus walked into the temple one day, they pounced on him and demanded, "By what authority are you doing these things, and who gave you this authority?" Now, if Jesus answered this forthrightly, they could just denounce him, and they, being the established leaders, would probably come out on top of that argument. Instead, Jesus took a different approach, which was kind of a trap, but hey, they started it. He said, "I will also ask you one thing, which if you tell me, I likewise will tell you by what authority I do these things. The baptism of John, where was it from? From heaven or from men?" This really caught the Jewish rulers by surprise, and you can tell a lot about them by their little side conversation that Matthew records. If we say from heaven, he will say to us, "Why then did you not believe him?" But if we say from men, we fear the multitude, for all count John as a prophet. So they answered, "We don't know." So Jesus refused to answer their question in the spirit of not casting pearls before swine. They'd just shown that they didn't care one iota for the truth. They had seen all of Jesus' proofs of being the Messiah. They knew only God had the power and authority to say and do the things that Jesus said and did. They'd already made up their minds when they heard John speak. Even when they saw the heart change that came upon the people who were baptized under John the Baptist, they refused to believe. And they weren't about to change their minds or let God change their hearts when they heard Jesus and saw clearly that God was working in their midst. After Jesus told them a short parable, he said, "John the Baptist came to you by way of righteousness, and you did not believe him. But tax collectors and harlots believed him. And when you saw it, you did not afterward relent and believe him." The Jewish leaders didn't care about what the truth was. They only cared about what other people thought. They refused to back down and admit that they were wrong because they didn't want to lose their position or look inferior to this Galilean carpenter. It was all about pride. They wanted to look good. But this attitude only made them miss out on the greatest opportunity in history. Tax collectors like Matthew and lowly fishermen like Peter and John were welcomed into the kingdom, and they were excluded. What do we miss out on in our pride of what others might think of us if we do or say something God wants us to do? God doesn't judge us by what other people think of us. He judges us by our obedience. Who cares what other people think? Follow Him in wholehearted obedience today.
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes at our website, which you can find in the description below. Thanks for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.